The story opens many years in the future where America is controlled by a powerful media corporation known as the network. Most citizens live in poverty and cannot afford treatment even for minor illnesses. To keep people distracted, the network broadcasts violent game shows.
The most popular of these shows is called The Running Man. In this game, contestants must stay alive for 30 days while professional hunters chase them. Anyone who survives the full period is promised a reward of $1 billion. However, no contestant has ever made it to the end. We are then introduced to a man named Ben who has recently lost his job. He supported the creation of a workers' union, which led to him being blacklisted. Because of this, no company is willing to hire him. Ben's young daughter, Kathy, is sick and he desperately needs money for her medicine. At home, his wife, Sheila, returns late and explains that she has taken extra shifts at a bar to earn more income. Ben is uncomfortable with this because he has seen suspicious people around that place. Trying to reassure her, Ben says she should not worry. He tells her that he will join the game show himself and win the prize money. Sheila strongly objects, knowing that contestants are often badly injured or killed. Ben promises that nothing will happen to him and claims he will choose the safest show. Ben leaves his poor neighborhood and approaches the guarded entrance of a rich district. He tells the guards that he is there for a network program and they allow him inside. At the station,
a long line of desperate people waits to be selected. Suddenly, an elderly man becomes extremely ill. Despite his condition, the man insists on continuing because he needs the money. When the old man collapses, Ben catches him and calls for help. Instead of helping, the guards accuse Ben of breaking the rules. They beat him and throw him out of the line. Later, Ben learns that a warning has been added to his file for disobeying orders.
Angry and frustrated, he punches the screen in front of him. After this incident, he's given a tracking bracelet and sent to Elevator 6. There he meets Tim and Jenny, who try to befriend him. All the selected participants receive uniforms and are put through physical challenges. These tests include strange activities like endurance running. Ben helps Tim during the trials. During a break, a guard attempts to punish Ben. Ben boldly fights back and scares the guard away. More tests follow, including psychological evaluations. Ben's answers are aggressive and unfiltered. The psychologist labels him as the most unstable and rebellious contestant. Those who pass the final selection are given brightly colored jumpsuits. Ben and Jenny receive red suits with a target printed on the back. This marks them as official contestants for the Running Man. Ben is later taken to meet the show's producer, Dan. Ben asks to be transferred to a different game. Dan offers him a cash bonus to change his mind, explaining that other shows pay far less. He also explains that in The Running Man,
after job opportunities anyway. Thinking about his family and his daughter's illness, Ben signs the contract. Afterward, Ben meets a representative from the Family Alliance.
According to the agreement, the network will provide protection for Ben's family while he competes. They were taken to a secure safe house and assigned false identities. Ben wanted to see his family before the game started, but he was allowed only one phone call. He called Sheila and told her that he was entering the Running Man.
He asked her not to worry and promised that he would win. That night, Ben was escorted into a luxurious room against his will. An agent delivered an envelope from Sheila. Inside were a family photograph and a small stocking from his daughter Kathy, meant to bring him luck.
The next morning, Ben was given a running band. The device displayed his remaining time and the amount of money he had earned. The show officially began, and the host, Bobby, called Ben onto the stage. Bobby lied to the audience, claiming that Ben had worked in national defense and was arrested for selling state secrets. A fabricated video created by artificial intelligence was shown as proof. Ben begged the crowd not to believe it, but Bobby ignored him. To the outside world, the Running Man was presented as a punishment for dangerous criminals.
They had no idea that contestants were desperate citizens risking their lives for their families. Viewers were even rewarded with money if they reported a player's location. When Bobby asked Ben for his final words, Ben angrily insulted both the host and the crowd. He declared that he would survive and burn the entire system to the ground. After all the contestants were introduced, Bobby explained the rules. Each player received a small cash advance and a 12-hour head start. During this time, they could hide anywhere without being hunted. 5 professional hunters would be released the following day. All players were required to record at least 10 minutes of footage every day. They had to submit the tape before midnight. If they failed to do so, the payments would stop, but the hunt would continue. The 3 contestants were then taken to a dark room in separate elevators. There, Ben was given a camera, some cash, and regular clothing. He changed quickly and exited the building. Ben immediately jumped into a taxi. The driver recognized him and asked for a photo. When Ben refused, the driver became hostile. He threatened to report Ben's location if he was not treated kindly. Ben paid the fare and got out of the car. Ben began running through the streets. He eventually reached the building where his old friend Molly lived. Molly was involved in manufacturing goods for the black market. Ben asked her for 2 fake identification cards and a weapon.
Molly became furious when he realized Ben was still part of the game. He warned Ben that people were already searching for him. He accused Ben of risking his entire operation by coming there. After arguing and hearing about Kathy's illness, Molly finally agreed to help.
He disguised Ben and created matching fake documents for him. Molly packed Ben's belongings into a suitcase so he would look like a traveling businessman. Before he left, Molly gave him a warning. He told Ben to avoid poor neighborhoods where people
would betray him for cash. He advised him to stay in crowded areas instead. Molly added that if Ben had asked earlier, he would have hired him as his assistant. Now he said the only way for Ben to survive was to win the game. In the morning, Ben headed to the train station.
Posters of the 3 contestants were plastered everywhere. Ben purchased a ticket to New York and boarded the train. The moment his bracelet announced that the hunt had begun, the train pulled away from the platform. A young boy approached Ben and tried to talk to him. Ben threatened the child and scared him off. The boy later returned only to tell Ben that he was growing a mustache. Ben booked a comfortable hotel room in New York. At the front desk, the receptionist noticed that the ID photo showed a man with a mustache while Ben's face did not. Inside the room, Ben removed his disguise and returned to his original appearance. He covered the walls and recorded a video of himself sleeping. That evening, he placed the tape into the collection box.
At midnight, the bracelet announced that he had earned his first day bonus. Meanwhile, the hunters captured Molly. They tortured her until she revealed the name listed on the fake identification. The following day, the hunters stormed Ben's hotel room and shot him. Ben suddenly woke up and realized it had all been a nightmare. The television then showed live footage of Tim. Tim was flirting with a store clerk while being followed by the camera crew. As soon as he stepped outside, the hunters located him instantly. They shot him directly in the head without hesitation. After witnessing this, Ben rented a different hotel room for 3 more days. He packed his belongings into an ordinary bag. He threw the bag out of the window into a garbage container. Ben then exited the hotel calmly as if nothing was wrong. Outside, he retrieved the bag and boarded a bus to Boston. In Boston, Ben bought worn-out clothes and purchased a hostel room key from a poor man. He quietly entered the hostel and stepped into the elevator. He failed to notice